Welcome back for another episode of the Ohio Tech Report. Today we are joined by Jerry Valentine of Renter Mentor. Before we begin, we kind of want to give you the top 3 stories that we're going to be running through. And as a reminder, the Ohio Tech Report is presented by Zendesk. Story 1, we're going to be talking about the Ohio Tech Summit coming up. Story number 2 is actually a couple different fundraising rounds that are really interesting, happening in different parts of the state. And then number 3 is a resource for businesses that they're going to be able to use to hire talented interns and help them bring on more people that they might not otherwise through a state incentive. That's pretty cool. But this is the Ohio Tech Report. Jerry, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. But if you could, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're building with Renter Mentor.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Chris, for having me on. My name is Jerry Valentine, and I proudly serve as the founder and CEO of Renter Mentor. Our mission is to help connect people to affordable housing and other supportive resources. We do that through 3 primary service areas. The first one being technical assistance provided to landlords and tenants. The second is rental assistance, administration to Franklin County. And the third is education and advocacy work. So excited to be here to talk about these 3 top stories, Chris.
Yeah, well, Jerry, thanks again for joining. I've enjoyed, following along with your story at Renter Mentor. So definitely recommend people checking it out, doing some cool stuff and some cool innovations. But we'll begin. And so story number 1, Jerry, is the Ohio Tech Summit. That's a co-branded, co-partner conference that's coming up in late April, on April 23rd, between OhioX, our organization, and John Carroll University. So OhioX and the Ohio Tech Summit, we're coming to Cleveland, but it's going to be a full day of keynotes and speakers and networking. We're also going to have a tech demo. So companies are going to be able to invite and kind of showcase their technology to a tech-focused crowd, from startups to big co and everything in between. We'll kind of have it all. But again, it's going to be in Cleveland on April 23rd. We'll link the web page, which is ohiox.org/tech summit. But Jerry, we're really looking forward to it. And kind of the inspiration behind it is to showcase, companies like yours and just the innovations that are happening in our state. Because, historically, tech isn't something that's been thought of it's happening in Ohio, or innovation is happening in Ohio. But we have an amazing history, and there's so many cool, amazing companies like yours that are building really innovative things.
Absolutely. And first of all, the fact that it's going to be in Cleveland, everything's been in Cleveland this past year. So I think it's right up a perfect location to have this summit in Ohio, up in the great city of Cleveland. And the fact that it's going to be back in person, I think that is a big thing, something that the tech community has been really missing and having an appetite for over these last 2 years, is to get back together. So I'm expecting it to be nothing but a great time of catching up and learning from each other, especially through all these different innovative times throughout the pandemic, and how people have really taken the opportunity that this pandemic has been able to have. So I'm expecting nothing but, a great turnout and a great time up in Cleveland this year for the Tech Summit.
That's awesome. And thanks, Jerry, for the kind words. It's our first one, so there's always a little nerves trying to get it up and running, but we're excited. So we're going to dive into story number 2, which is actually going to be, Jerry, kind of 3 quick hitter fundraising rounds that are happening and that have happened in the past week. The first one is out of Cincinnati, eGateway Capital, which is a investment and advisory firm in the e-commerce space. They are planning to raise a $100 million round, which is really big and massive. So they're in Cincinnati. A couple others is a biotech. They've raised $40 million. That's Sermonix Pharmaceuticals. That's here in Central Ohio and Columbus. And then in Northeastern Ohio, so we're going Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, North Coast Ventures. They're an investment firm, a VC firm. They're raising $38 million to fund startups. So it's kind of cool going up I-71, seeing the 3 Cs doing some big numbers.
Absolutely. In my hometown of Cincinnati, Houday, it's been a big year for Cincinnati in terms of investment in the tech community there. So to see that 100 million round come out, Again, is showing the growth and the opportunity that Cincinnati has. Central Ohio continues to champion that, that growth in that startup community, and to see Cleveland up there and getting into action more. Again, a beautiful sign that the tech community, in terms of investment wise here, you can get invested here. You can build a business that can, get $100 million plus and be successful here in Ohio. So all good signs for our growing tech community in Ohio.
Yeah. And as we've talked about, and I've heard you talk about, you're an early stage startup, and that is key for kind of, I think, Ohio to take that next step, is to help more entrepreneurs with those early ideas that have started at, hackathons, or maybe part-time as someone has a full-time job, but this idea has kind of been gnawing at them. Helping entrepreneurs, helping people that are trying to start something, get that first check or two and really kind of be able to give it a go. And that's something that, again, historically there hasn't been many in the state. And so as more of these get raised, that's exciting. And I think that's really good to see.
Absolutely. And I like that point of, getting these early stages. Yeah. And, in light of Black History Month and being a Black founder as well, I think is also important that we, I want to see more of these dollars get into Black and brown founders' hands. So we're right on the right path, and I'm hopeful.
Yeah, absolutely. And so third, and certainly not final, is an exciting opportunity for Ohio businesses, Ohio startups. And this comes from the state of Ohio. So it's a state program. It's a resource and it's a benefit, and it actually helps companies, but it also helps students and getting more students into that pipeline for tech careers. And this is the state of Ohio's Diversity and Inclusion Technology Internship Program. It's now open, and what the state does is they reimburse 2/3 of an intern's wages up to $7,500. And it can be for a tech company, so a startup, or simply a company that has tech needs, IT department. Companies have to provide a meaningful internship experience. You must have non-residential workspace, must hire interns as employees, W-2. You can hire as many as 4 different interns for different positions. The minimum wage for the interns is $15 an hour, but their pay can actually exceed that. And again, the state of Ohio is going to reimburse up to 2/3 of that $15 an hour, which is really exciting, getting more students into this tech talent pipeline, because Jerry, as we know, the tech skills is incredibly important, and getting more people into this career path is also incredibly important.
Absolutely. And I love this opportunity, and I really want people to take advantage of this, because getting that hands-on live experience, that open access to a company in the industry, whether a startup or something, a full-blown corporate tech company, it's amazing opportunity. So to be able to get that hands-on experience and get paid while doing and getting that learning experience is phenomenal. So I just really want people to take advantage of that, and really the employers not only just hire just for this time period, but really wrap your hands around resources and provide that mentorship for maybe not a permanent position with you, but at least having that mindset instilled in whatever that intern that you had. So great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll link the kind of where people can go to the state of Ohio. Check that out. And again, both for it's really for companies, because they're the ones that have to agree to it. But hopefully, some interns out there, or colleges or schools, can help kind of push that and get that out to their business community as well. But Jerry, this has been great. We do want to thank our sponsor for the Ohio Tech Report, and that is Zendesk. And they are built upon a simple idea: make customer service software that's easy to use and accessible to everyone. Their customer service and engagement products are powerful and flexible, and scale to meet the needs of any business. They serve businesses across hundreds of industries, and Zendesk has more than 145,000 paid customer accounts, offering service and support in more than 30 languages. Zendesk is headquartered in San Francisco, and they operate worldwide. You can learn more at zendesk.com, and the best customer experiences are built with Zendesk. But Jerry, this has been great. We're coming up on 10 minutes, so we've perfectly timed this. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for all you're doing to help build tech in the state, building your company. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend, everyone, and hooday.
Hooday.
All right, see ya. Have a great weekend. Bye.